So we're officially connected, and welcome to the Blaxcotsman in the Smokies. That's me, Mike Ogletree, the Blaxcotsman, and we're having a wonderful afternoon because the weather is just fantastic. The reason that you can't see me properly and it's all white behind is because the sun is so strong. There's a clear blue sky and a beautiful mountain breeze. I mean, you just couldn't ask for it. It's like a late summer afternoon in the mountains. And we're ready to go with some music for you. So welcome wherever you're watching from on our live stream on Facebook, on YouTube. It's the Blaxcotsman live in the Smokies, Western North Carolina. And the Smokies are, you know, the Smoky Mountains of Western North Carolina, the Appalachians. And it's the Meadowlark Motel, a place called Maggie Valley, just west of Asheville, and it's beautiful. So we're ready to do some music, doing some Scottish music and other things. I'd like to start off with a song called Honest Poverty. as come it will, for all that sins and worth o'er all the earth shall bear the grief for all that. And let us pray, well, let us pray. Let us pray that come it may, as come it will, for all that sins and worth o'er all the earth shall bear the grief for all that, for all of that, and all that it's coming yet, for all that man to man the world o'er shall brothers be, for all that. Thank you. Woo, getting there, huh? So that is a new take on Is There for Honest Poverty. And some not working there with those bass lines. Anyway, that's the band. And as you can hear, they're pretty tight. And I take a minute to work with them because it's just the ideal thing that I've been searching for all this time. As far as the sound goes, that is the Blaxcotsman sound right there. So I hope you can stick around and listen to some more of it. I'm going to do a Simple Minds song next. That is one of my favourites. Used to be one of my favourites to do live, and it's one of my favourites. The band did live when Mel Gaynor was playing with them. There's a great recording of Simple Minds doing New Gold Dream with Mel Gaynor on the drums live, and it is just killer. The only thing that was missing was me, of course. Excuse me. IMHO. No, I always thought it'd be good to have done a double drum outing with Simple Minds with me as the second drummer, or as the first drummer. But New Gold Dream would have been just one of those songs that with two drummers. It would have been spectacular. The whole set with two drummers would have been. There you go, Simple Minds fans. That's a fantasy for you. Simple Minds with two drummers. Now, it's not out of the question because, you know, if you look into your music history, you'll find lots and lots of bands, big bands, successful bands, whose sound, their signature sound was built around the fact that they had two drummers. The Grateful Dead, the Allman Brothers, not Simple Minds, Genesis Live. Genesis Live had two amazing drummers, Phil Collins, and then the other guy, the jazzer, is Frank. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get this song. We're going to do, New Gold Dream. The way that we would like to hear it. Let's see if it's loaded up. See, it hasn't loaded up. Smile, Jamaica. See, and that can happen too. That's what I mean when I say I'm dedicated to working with this stuff, because it's not very stable. Maybe that's it. Let's see. There we go. Looks like it might be it. Yay! So, as I was saying, sorry about the interruption. Going to do this next song, and you know, the best laid schemes of mice and men, gang after Leah, and Leah's now, but grief and pain for promised joy. That's what's happening right now. There you go. You recognize the chord changes, right? Siren and the ecstasy, you go dream. Crashing beats and fantasy, you go dream. Sun is set in front of you, you go dream. Even the dream will be, and the world goes hot, the beat goes crashing, the city's your friend until the oceans break, and when the demon with me. 81, 82, 83, 84, 81, 82, 83, 84, right now, you go dream. Sun is set in front of me, you go dream. Worldwide on the wonder screen, you go dream. Burning bridge and ecstasy, you go dream. Crashing beats and fantasy, you go dream. Dreaming the dream with me, and the world goes hot, and the beat goes crashing, and the city's stirring, and the beat goes crashing on the zombie, on the road to the new road. She is your friend until the oceans break, and when the dreaming with me. 81, 82, 83, 84, Right now, you go dream. You go dream. Hey, how did you like that? Hey, I enjoy doing it. It's just that with the band, it's always a bit heavy with the band. Anyway, that's New Gold Dream for all the Simple Mind. I put together, a whole group of my favourite songs from that album, New Gold Dream, and that's just one of them. I'll probably do Colours Flying, Catherine Wheels. That's another one. Big Sleep, which you can find online. I might do that one though, but it's iconic, that song, Big Sleep. Anyway, that was New Gold Dream. We're going to do another, we're going to move on now. Hi everybody online, thank you for tuning in and supporting the Blaxcotsman live from the Smokies. So we'll get Jerry there. Hi Jerry, yes, we're looking forward to seeing you at Thanksgiving here in the motel. Thank you Amanda. Amanda is doing the tech oversight today. So apparently it sounds good, so that is good to know. And then anybody else who watching, let me just flip through here and see what's happening. Daphne, my love in New York, how are you, my sweet? Thank you for tuning in. Wish you were here. Let's see what else. Brian McGee says it's sounding great. Thanks a lot, Brian. Best wishes. All right, so let's move on. So we've done 2 songs. I like to just sit here and do a lot of songs, So here's a song that I'll do. I learned it here in the mountains. I'd already heard it because when I lived in New York, I used to go to B.B. King's Club in Times Square, just off of Times Square. And though it was a blues, quote unquote blues club, you would get any kind of music there. They would have reggae, jazz fusion, bluegrass, anything really, anything meant. And it was great, apart from the fact that you had to strain sometimes to hear the music over the dinner guests arguing with the waiters about their order. But apart from that, it was a great place. Anyway, I saw Ralph Stanley there. And it was just fantastic, actually, to tell you the truth. And he did this song, Man of Constant Sorrow. He did it. That was the first time I actually heard it. And then when I came to the mountains to live 3 years ago, I was made aware of how popular it is, specifically from that film, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, where it's George Clooney that sings it. So, and then the owner of this motel, Joseph McElroy, big shout out to Joseph McElroy because it's his 60th birthday today, the big 6-0. He's getting closer to me. But anyway, Joseph, this is, excuse me, this is one of his favourite songs. So he kind of asked me, well, suggested that I cover it and asked me to cover it. And he was right, it's a great song. Because it's the message as much as anything. Being a bit of a wanderer myself, you know what I'm saying? We're going to do this one, so it's called Man of Constant Sorrow. That's not Man of Constant Sorrow, man. Hold on. Sorry. Still hadn't gone up here. Man of Constant Sorrow, come on, man. Here it is. That's it, eh? go to Joe. Well, that's Kenny Ritchie there commenting about the skids. I was asking him, did they do Into the Valley? Into Big Jobson. I'm sure he never remembers me, but I met him a couple of times. I think once in Scotland, once in London. Jobson. Can't remember his name. Anyway. These Sunday afternoon concerts are really to focus on different aspects of the sound here. Let me just check one thing. So I'll get a chance to do full set run-throughs with these things, and it's just going to be amazing. Alright, so I'd like to do one for you now. This one is a sequel. I wrote a sequel for me of Man of Constant Sorrow, to Man of Constant Sorrow, and it's called Leaving Kilmarnock. It's not quite so doomy, but I wrote it about leaving Kilmarnock because it seemed that after I left Kilmarnock, the heart went out of the town, and I'm sure a lot of people feel this because on our Facebook group page, Kilmarnock when you were a kid, most of the people that comment about having lost the heart of Kilmarnock are people who left, and they're right. You know, after they left, which might have been the 70s, 80s, the heart did seem to go out of the city because they demolished the town centre, the historic town centre, and most of the historic buildings in the main street that connected the town centre to the peripheral streets. So for a lot of people it was like taking the heart away from the city, or the town. They called it the Cross, the Kilmarnock Cross. And I remember it vividly from my childhood and my teenage years and early 20s. But then in the 70s it all kind of got demolished. But it seemed to happen when I left Kilmarnock. Now I'll have to reboot. My Right, all that crackling you heard was the laptop, not the laptop, the iPad doing its thing. So I might have to actually get a new iPad. But here's the deal. When I and other people of my age, round about the time that we all kind of left Kilmarnock and went off to do our various world travels and careers, seemed that Kilmarnock went downhill. And so what's happened is that this Facebook page has coalesced around this idea that Kilmarnock, when you were a kid, was just this great place that doesn't seem to exist anymore. So I wrote this song about it. I've done quite a few things about it because I've been a member of this Facebook group for quite a while, and I made a video with a slideshow of all of the photos that people had been posting. I wrote a little song about that, and that got thousands and thousands of views. Some great photographs in that one. And then I wrote this song as well about it, leaving Kilmarnock. And as soon as we get the band together, we'll do that. In the meantime, take a look around my back door. Alright, so here we are, folks. This is Leaving Kilmarnock. I'm leaving Kilmarnock, the town where I was born. I'm leaving Kilmarnock, 'cause I'm destined to roam. It's in my blood, you see, it's in my genes. I'm just an Alabama boy. He's just an Alabama boy. Alabama boy, yeah, sure enough. If you see sweet Marion, say hi, say hello. Say hi to old friends and neighbors and the folks from Old Town Road. It's in his blood, they'll say, it's in his genes. He's just an Alabama boy. I'm just an Alabama boy, Alabama boy, sure enough. Sure enough. Some call me a Blaxcotsman, but I know what I am. My mama was a Scottish woman, and my daddy from Alabama. It's in my blood, you see, it's in my genes. I'm just an Alabama boy. He's just an Alabama boy, Alabama boy. Sure enough. It's in my blood, you see, it's in my genes. I'm just an Alabama boy. He's just an Alabama boy, Alabama boy, sure enough. Ain't that the truth? Sure enough. Hey, I'm sorry about the sound, man. It's cracking me up here. It's the iPad. See? Well, I'm sorry, I don't know why it's doing that, because I work with it all day and it doesn't do that. And of course, as soon as you get a live situation to perform in front of your live stream or your guests or whatever, it messes up. So let's just say that's it for today, and thank you very much for tuning in. And you know, you can hear the sound, right? So if more people tune in, I'll be able to get a podcast spot and publicize this on music podcast sites, so that we can spread this sound across the streams, the live streams, the streaming waves, whatever we call it. Because that's what I'd really like to do, you know. Got the folk version of Auld Lang Syne, we've got It's There for Honest Bob, all these great 18th century poetry that translates so beautifully into the reggae sound. And that's what we're doing, as well as, you know, the covers that I like in my own songs. So, and the Simple Mind stuff. So, hey, tell your friends, bring the kids next time, and we'll see you next week. Cheerio.